All right. All praises to our Elohim, the Elohim of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the Most High, the highest, the Ancient of Days, our Mother, the Holy Spirit, the earthly and heavenly Comforter, our brother, Yahweh Shai. Look, I did that. Our brother, Yahweh Shai, all praises, all praises for all of our prophets before our ancestors, all of those that cleave to our ancestors, all of those that are now today with us back within the regeneration, all praises. We give great glory to the nation, our lands, and all of the heavenlies, because this is our turn, our turn, our turn. All praises. Sorry about the echo, family, or mishpachah, but I sorted it out. I didn't anticipate it to happen, but it happened. So as you can see by the title, what we are seeing play out today, right now, this moment, is their history becoming the mirror of their consternation. These people are having problems getting into the air when the airwaves now is about us, for us. It's about us, for us. The air is changed. The land is changed. The people have changed. And now this consternation has set in. Everybody who voted for T-Rump now is questioning their actions. So once they start questioning their actions of, well, I shouldn't have voted, maybe I shouldn't have voted, that also is going to bring up their consternation, which is also going to bring up their history, because nobody is understanding, or I shouldn't even say it, nobody is wanting to acknowledge their history, as we know. And this is what we're going to show tonight. We're going to talk about it. And of course, Brother Sly here is with me, and we're going to do this together. And hopefully it'll be an edifying time. That's what we want. That's what we're here for. Earlier today, Brother Sly and I were talking about Second Baruch. And I put that in, where is it? Let's see. Oh, I'm not sure. I put that in the description. I put the link in the description to the Pseudepigrapha version of Second Baruch, where it discusses, it is the conversation between Baruch and the Most High regarding the cup of dregs being switched and the 12 woes. Now we're back to the 12 woes once again, because it is imperative that we recognize what time it is. And the 12 woes is nothing but the heathens and the Gentiles' consternation. That's all it is. That's why a year or so, months ago, however long it was, Brother Sly and I and Brother Leon were talking about consternation. And when you look at the word consternation, it is a feeling of anxiety or dismay, typically at something unexpected. You don't think that that's what's going on now? You don't think that these planes falling out the skies is unexpected? You don't think that this consternation is, they didn't believe this was unexpected, that Trump was going to double cross them? It was unexpected. You think that the ley line switching is expected? No, that's unexpected. This is the greatest consternation. The Father has put them into their greatest consternation ever. Even in our beginning, when we were going into captivity, we expected it. We never had consternation except when they were making us chattel slaves. So this whole consternation is paralleling what has been going on with us. And now they want to try to get us or our energy on their side to lessen their consternation. It's not going to happen. There's no reason for it to happen, because this is not this has nothing to do with us. We didn't do anything to create this conundrum that they're in. Remember, they forwarded the affliction. They forwarded the afflictions. So, when you hear Trump talking about, we're going to take Gaza and we're just going to go over there and make it, what did he say? The Riviera. It's like, oh, that's what you're going to do? That's what you believe you're going to do? You're 80-something years old. Your time is up. You're never going to see your thought come to fruition. Nettie, all of them. None of these old, cantankerous, constipated Caucasians are going to see their fruition of thought happen, manifest. There's no more manifesting for them. Anything that they're trying to manifest and they're not with us, they're not with the remnant within the remnant. They could be with the Blassels, they could be with the Vassals. But if they're not with us, who's manifesting, who's learned to manifest all praise to the Most High, it's never going to work. It's never going to work. And that brings me to Brother Sly. Brother Sly, you there, Reverend?
I'm here.
All right.
Shalom.
All right.
Shalom.
Shalom, Mark. There you are. Yes. So let's go into some things right quick. Let me get back to that. Oh, let me do this. So let's talk about, let's stay on the T-Rump madness for a minute, and let's talk about what really this is about. Let's go into the golden cow age that they think that they're about to have, the golden age.
The golden
Let's
age.
go into that. The golden age. So historically, the golden age, there's been multiple golden ages with the Gentiles. Their Renaissance was a golden age for them, right? The industrial age was a golden age for them. But the most current one was 1930 to 1960 was their most recent golden age of whiteness. This was their golden age where they could destroy us at whim, have no consequence at whim, do whatever they wanted to, and everything worked out. This was their golden age. It was that 30-year cycle. And because that was their golden age, they now want to bring that back, but they can't, because this is not the time, as we know. But what age are they really in, brethren?
They are currently in a gilded age. But before we go deeper into the gilded age, let me expand on what a golden age is.
Yep.
A golden age is basically a time in a specific culture when cultural advancements are at the highest point. You have drama, you have philosophy, you have art, you have politics. You can just see it in a nation where things are flourishing. That's what they want to manifest. And for those of us who have eyes and can see, there are no way, form, or fashion in a golden age. A golden age also encompasses a period of great happiness, prosperity, and achievement. Do these heathens look happy?
No.
Do they look prosperous?
Nope.
What have they achieved, let's say, in the last 20, 30 years?
Bloodshed.
Exactly. When was the last time they invented anything?
Never, actually.
A prime example, they have computers, microscopes that can look into the DNA of a cell. They still haven't cured diseases.
So they say.
So they say, at least not for us.
No, I mean not the disease part, but so they say that they got microscopes and all this. all that stuff was invented by our people, George Washington
Exactly.
Carver and them. They just enhanced it. So they didn't invent anything. They had no ingenuity. They just enhanced things to
So,
make it for their benefit. But I'm
like,
sorry, I digress. Go ahead, brother.
you're good. Correction is always needed. These people are actually in a gilded age. Now, let's take a look at what a gilded age is. A gilded age is basically a period of gross materialism and
Mm-hmm.
blatant political corruption. And that's what we're seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is about bling bling. Everything is about name brand this, name brand that. I gotta have this. I need the 6-bedroom house with the 4.5 baths. I need the brand new car. I need the latest fashion. It's basically a materialistic age. I need a $2,000 iPhone. Exactly.
It's
And
ridiculous.
it is ridiculous. And their politics, well, they speak for themselves. There's corruption, money mismanagement, waste, scandals. So for them thinking or trying to manifest going into a golden age, everything that we're looking at is the total opposite. They
Mm-hmm.
are basically wishing upon a star.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It's not going
Mm-hmm.
to happen. There,
Nope.
once again, the strong delusion emerges.
Mm-hmm. A great delusion, strong. I'm sorry, a strong delusion and a great stupor. So these people are stupid in their delusion. That is insane to sit here and watch this all unfold. And thinking, and the delusion is we're going to go into a golden age. The stupor is they think they're going to go into a golden age. So they're already doubled down in their delusion and their stupor, when in fact they are in a gilded age, an age of depravity, an age of degenerateness. You got the unholy wood getting burnt up. Thank goodness. All praise to the Most High. You got Kanye humiliating and creating covetousness and idolatry and I'm sorry, infidelity with his ridiculous woman that's on his side. You can call her wife, whatever, ish woman on his side. So you got all these things that are going around in this country, in this world, that has nothing to do, and I'm going to say this like this, has nothing to do with the standard of righteousness. And they think that they're going to go into a golden age with the kingdom to come en route. No, sir. Your time is up. Your turn is over. Pass the dice. Pass the deck of cards. You don't get to have a golden age now. The only reason why they had a golden age is because we were asleep. We were tired. We were not tired. We were tired of getting beat down, but we were asleep. We had nowhere to go, And now all of a sudden they want to have a golden age. And they think that Philistine is going to be their golden age. What kind of sense does that make?
They're still trying to covet someone else's land. They will not
Correct.
stop. Only the most
And see how the law always finds them. It always finds the lawless. The lawless want to act like they are lawful, while they have stolen these people's lands, murdered these people, literally murdered them, and they want to act like they doing something right. Well, that also goes hand in hand with Yahweh Shai. These people murdered him, like utterly murdered this man, our brother, and then had the audacity to turn around and make a religion out of it by saying the man that they murdered said that he forgave him. Based a whole religion on that. Just like Gaza. Oh, those Gazians wanted us to rebuild after we destroyed them. They wanted us to rebuild their whole place. Aha, aha. You ain't getting in, niggas. You ain't getting in, Gazians, Palestinians, whatever the hell you want to call your Indians. You ain't getting in. This is for all of the ish and whitish people. Ain't gonna be nobody else. And this is why it's such a joke. I mean, it's such a freaking joke. There is no golden age. You're going into the age of gilded, but with the golden cow. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You there? Oh, there you go.
Exactly. Yeah, the gilded age is also linked to idolatry. Let me see if I can find it because I pulled it up. See if I can find it. It's basically linked to Greece, is Grecian, and it's also linked to Saturn worship. And it's also linked to, if I'm correct, trying to manifest a golden age is basically, it's paganism. Because once again, it's Saturn worship. It's also linked to Christianity, Western Christianity. So these people are calling on the God of their choosing. They're not calling on the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They aren't even calling on white Jesus anymore because they know he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, so they're taking it back to what their forefathers did. They are going full pagan. Well, Jesus is not going to answer. We're going to call on Saturn. We're going to call on our Grecian gods. These people are really going to be in for a big letdown when everything that they try, every stop that they pull out will come to naught. It will not happen. Yeah, it's going to be a strong constellation of all of 83.
Well, they're going to be in pure consternation, brother. Pure.
Worse than what it is now.
They ain't seen nothing yet. And again, we would have healed her, but she ain't want to be healed. You think Trump wants to be healed? You think Trump thinks that, oh, well, I got a problem. I need to do. You think Nettie? No, these people don't want to be healed. These people think that they're going to live forever. And when they die, ain't nobody going to care. And that's what they are really, that's what their family's going to have consternation over. And that's what they're going to have consternation in the spirit about.
Exactly.
So, yeah, Saturn. That's right.
Demons.
Straight demons, bro. And they think that we have to acknowledge, we have to adhere to them. All this stuff has happened, ever since we decided, the remnant decided, because it's always been about the remnant. So they only needed the remnant to pray for them, the remnant to forgive them, the remnant to believe in their dream. And I'll say like this, like I'm a child of the first generation after the Civil Rights Act. So my parents lived through the Civil Rights Act. My mom and my aunts and my uncles lived in Birmingham and went through the dogs and the water hoses. My dad was in North Carolina as Laurinburg. He was fine. They were fine. They owned land, whatever. But coming as a child of that, they all knew. But believe you me, he had a bunch of races around him. But to be a child of that, these people act like we didn't have any inclination of what they were going through. They think that we, the dreamers, because the dreamers, MLK, were us. We wanted the American dream. We wanted that because the civil rights was over. We're like, okay, everybody can get down. And we were like, yo, you know what? I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to go here. I want this job. I want to do this. I want to make America great. Well, that never happened for us. They glass ceilinged us. They put us in scenarios where We failed. They never gave us full access to the American dream unless we were willing to sell our soul for them. And now, 40 years, 50 years on, now we've stopped giving them our energy. We stopped that dream. That dream was a pipe dream. It was straight up a pipe dream. And we're done with that dream. And now they're like, well, wait, we can give you that dream again. We're like, no, you can't. So they go to the youth, and the youth are like, hey, but what about this? Because the youth are our kids. So these people, these Caucasians believe that they have some sort of weight to righteousness, to fairness and equality. But when we bring up their history, they have nothing to say. They're saying to themselves, why are you doing this? Why are you messing with the dream? So we're here now, and we don't want the dream. So we stopped voting. Look at what happened. We stopped believing in their churches. Look at what happened. We stopped believing in their politics, in their corporations, and everything that they have held a high regard to. We've stopped. The remnant within the remnant. And we've given all that energy to our power. And now our power is back with us, wielding heavy swords, laying mighty blows, stomping with a heavy foot. And everybody is like, what in the hell happened? We're like,
swatting about the sky.
Out the sky, heavy handing them, backhanding them. Backhanding them.
We tried to tell them.
And we tried to tell them.
With all the, remember years ago with all the train derailments?
Mm-hmm.
We knew that the ley lines had switched. I remember a lot of us on one of Big Levi's live streams, a lot of us said it. We said, and this is a quote, pretty soon, planes are going to start falling out of the sky. Not your average crash. It's going to be to the point where people are going to say, hey, why are these planes falling out of the sky? We tried to tell you, but once again, they refused to hearken.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They are scared to fly.
And that's a huge bit of fear right there, because as long as they could say to themselves, oh yeah, shit ain't really good, but you know what, I can fly away. That's their rapture mindset. Well, I can fly here, I could get away. Now the Father said, you ain't going nowhere until I send you, until I get you off of here. So now they struggling with that. They're like, well, damn, I can't fly. That's terrible. That's horrible. And I'm going, oh, well, sit your ass at the house like me and enjoy your life,
Oh, no, they have that conquer mentality. They have to go everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
They have to go here. They have to go there.
They're gonna try to get cars, and they're gonna try to, do different things to go places. And that brings that brings to my remembrance Amos. What is it? Amos 8, a bear, and then a viper bite them because they running from the bear, get in the house, close the door, turn the lights on, and the bear and a viper bites them. Let me find that.
Amos 5:19.
Is it Amos 5 yet? Why did I say 8? Is it 8? No, you're right. It's Amos 5.
Let me read this right now. Since you brought it up, all praises to the Most High.
All praise to the Most High.
As if a man did flee from a lion, and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him. You can't escape.
Can't escape.
Yeah, the Most High is the ultimate final destination. You cannot escape.
Final destination, bro. The final countdown. That's right.
Those spirits created for vengeance. You will get got.
You're going to get God. It's not even a will in this. They are going to. And that's the beauty for us, right? Because we already know they're going to get God. They are getting God. And that's their consternation. This mirror that whenever they talking crazy, And we go, but what, why do you think this is? Well, it's because of your history. Oh God, now their consternation rears its head. It's like their blood pressure goes way up because they know. You think they know? They know that their time is up. And that's a beauty for us. And I'm every day I give great praise, admiration, and joy that the Father has given me eyes to see and ears to hear every day. Because it is an amazing time that we all live in. It is an amazing time. Like you can't even make half the stuff up if you tried. And if before in the 1980s, 1990s, to know what's going on now in 2020, I never would have thought this. Not in 1,000, not in a day with the Father. I never would have thought this.
Exactly. I was looking for the rapture.
I was like, yo, we're going to go to Mars. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And the Father's like, y'all niggas is crazy. Y'all niggas is crazy. You don't know. I'm going to let you know, though, because y'all are crazy. It's like, none of that's going to happen. None of that's going to happen. I'm like, okay. And now I'm just laughing because it's a beautiful time to be alive, to be within the remnant of the remnant, because we study, we can see things ahead of, we're so far ahead of the world in terms of being able to see obstacles in our way. And that's a trained trait because we had to go over so many, go through, go under, go around so many obstacles that now we see it coming and we just blasting through it, like putting our head down, like trucking somebody. We trucking obstacles now. And they're like, well, you're old 80-year-old man trying to block me. Are you crazy? I'm gonna put the spite of over 400 years up on that ass and I'll run right through you. And they're like, why? Why is all the hate? What do you mean? What's all the hate about? What do you mean? What do you mean? Why the hate? And we didn't even hate you. We just despise you. We don't hate you. We despise your actions because you don't take accountability. And then you want us to be you want us to feel some sort of way about you. And as for the cleavers, for or against. If you're for, you got to recognize there's been a lot of spite that's got to be sorted out. And you got to accept that spite. You got to have to accept that. It's like you're going to have to go through that fire because people are not excited at these people who have done these things and lied about them. See, it'd be one thing if they did these things and told the truth, but they did these things and lied about them in our faces. And that's what the problem with the pretendians are, and the rest of these vassals and blassels. They want the blassels want us to say, "Come on, just stick with Jeebus. Just stick with Jesus. Chezzy B is cool. Look, he give you this, he give you that. You can have a house, you can have a car." And we're like, we don't want that. And the pretendians are going, why don't you, because I saw this the other night. I think I sent it to you on the TikTok. He said, look, we could all be on the land. We could all be brothers. But the problem is that you guys say that you're just the original people. Nigga, we are. What the hell? You are not. You are not original. Oh, but 30,000 years ago, we came up. 30,000 years ago, really? And you haven't done one innovative thing from 30,000 years ago. You haven't built anything from 30,000 years ago to now. You haven't done nothing. And to the European, all you've done is destroy over this course of time 3,000 years. So you want us to believe that these Chinos have been around on our land for 30,000 years and not build nothing, not even destroy nothing, not done nothing, just been lazy on our land. And now that we know it's our land, we want everybody to boop off. That's what we want, to F off, get off our lands. And that's put into the ether, into the celestial, because we want you off. And it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And everybody who sat around, all these blassels and these Afro blassels who sat around and wanted, oh, well, this, that, and the third, everything in Africa, everything in the three-part. Listen, Americas are the oldest land masses on the planet outside of Antarctica. Outside of Antarctica and probably the North Pole. But that 3 parts over there is not, that's where people migrated to from these places. So that's not the first. And Ham got that just because it was hot. Ham was like, I'll take it. So it ain't like that's the end all be all over there. That's why when they get up off of here and they go over there, they're going to have to go over there and burn, because the blood has to be up to the horse's bridle over there, because all of the blood shed has been from that place over there. All of it. Yeah, they did it over here, and they're going to get whooped. They're going to get that whoop ass over here for it too. They're going to feel the pain. They're going to have to go through some, but they're going to get off of here. The Father's just removing them, because over here it's got to go back through a season. It's got to be recouped. It's got to recuperate so that we can have our land of milk and honey again. They're going to get all of Gaza, and Gaza's going to be flooded. These people are so dumb because they want to get to, they always want to go to where the waters are. Okay, Father's just going to do a tidal wave, do some sort of tsunami, ass is gone. And they think that we don't know this. These are the things that we seek for. I dare say wish, but we want things to change. And the sooner we can get the scab off of the sore, the sooner it can heal. And we can't heal with these people still killing people, still acting like they in control, still trying to sell something, still trying to make somebody in debt, still trying to make somebody pay for something. This world that we live on was freely given. Who in the filth flooring gave them the authority to make us pay for it? This is our lands. They got to get up off.
Yeah, they definitely need to go. We were not created to work and die destitute for someone else. The only reason we're in that status, excuse me, in my throat, is due to the curses. But now that the curses are starting to rescind, they can see what the situation that they had us in is starting to change. Like the brother said earlier, we're not really partaking in any of their games, any of their media, any of their entertainment, where they can see that a certain select portion of us, we're like, no, we're good. We're not following you heathens. So you can put up the latest artist or rapper or the latest movie. We're really not that interested. If we are interested in any form of entertainment, do trust we are using discernment to see the spiritual matters in it, because they always like to put our history in there, in our so-called literature. Because
exactly.
Because they took the story of the 300. Prime example, that's the story of Gideon.
Yep.
They take our history, repackage it, and then push it to the masses as if it's theirs. That's the arrogance of the Edomite. They'll steal something. That they'll steal your vehicle, then drive over to your house and pick you up in it. Just the arrogance. So this is mine. This is mine.
Be like, damn, I reported that stolen last week. This shit is mine, nigga. Debo you, just straight Debo you. That's right.
Yeah, that's how we are. We strong on that sword, but they can't do that anymore because their blessing of the sword is gone.
Yep.
That's why no one really fears them anymore.
Nope. And they old as I don't know what. It's like, Esau don't want to give up his power for nobody, not even his own youth. He'd rather take it all the way to the grave. And he's going to this time because it's over for him. But, these dudes are 80 plus. I mean, dude, back up off me. If you didn't have a gun or a sword or a weapon around you, you'd be of no consequence. All these people The old is filth. And they want to act like they still have some sort of common sense or commonality with we the people, we the remnant within the remnant. That's why I'm like, yo, ain't no blaster gonna say nothing crazy. Ain't nobody gonna come in the comment sections on anybody's video within the remnant of the remnant talking crazy. Ain't nobody gonna talk crazy, period. Everybody gonna have to meet their moment of truth. And the more that they leave us alone, the more we grow. The larger we grow, the less they grow. And there is your head to tail, tail to head. There it is, you know?
Mm-hmm. The last shall be first, and the first shall be last.
That's right. That is right.
Prophecy being fulfilled.
Yeah. I was listening to Sister Pat last night, and she was talking about the 3 pigs, the little nursery rhyme. Prime example. Nursery rhyme, three pigs, that's life. She was talking about Goldilocks. That's also our story. She was talking about Cinderella, also our story. Everything that these people have brought, that they have claimed, their claim to fame has been on from us. And that's why I'm like, look, these, Father, at this stage in the game, we don't need them. We don't need them. They need us now more than ever, and we don't need them at all whatsoever. And the Father's listening to us. Our mother's listening to us. Our brother's listening to us. Our ancestors are excited for us. They're no longer under the altar crying, win, win, win. They're going, yes, yes, yes. You know, bring the pain, Father. Bring the pain of well over 400 years, all of it. That's what Baruch was talking about. That's Baruch. That's second Baruch 27, really 25 through 30. That's what that is. Second Baruch 25 through 30. And that ain't even talking about the cup of dregs that's going to be passed to them. Oh, yes, it is. Wait a minute. No, it's not. And that's what I'm saying. Like, they're not even, they have not even began to pay. It has not, they have not began to pay. And they think that somehow we just going to be like, okay, well, we'll let you slide. Well, where is it? I'm going to read this thing that I read you the other day on Facebook from that dude, that little conversation. Because these people are funny. These people think that they are, they're so deep. They're so deep. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, there you go. So this dude, what was that? Oh, so this dude, he made a post and he said, now watch this. He said, ask not to be forgiven, for this has already been accomplished. Ask rather to learn how to forgive and to restore what always was to your unforgiving mind. Oh, that's so deep. That's so deep. Okay. And I said, okay, I have a question. So if I harm another right now and feel bad for doing so, I should not ask for forgiveness, nor conversely want someone to give me forgiveness, because this forgiveness not asked for nor given has already been accomplished? By who? Who can give forgiveness but the victimizer? And who should ask for forgiveness but the victim? And his joker ass said, trying to come at me sideways, our Creator has forgiven all. Our challenge is to forgive all as he has, to model him. And I said, okay, you got to show, you have to show me where in scriptures it states this. And please use the Geneva or the KJV. I don't want to hear nothing else about this other madness, these other additions. And he goes, I'm Catholic. We don't read the Bible. Emoji, funny. Ha 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 ha. He goes, then he says, oh, the quote that he used. So he quoted some white dude. The quote is from A Course in Miracles, which is worth a read. I was like, oh, okay. I said, all right, fair enough. Okay, fair enough. That's that. I see. You just talking. That's what they do. They try to be so deep, and these people who are not smart, who are not deep, who are very weak, look at that and they go, "Oh, that guy's so deep. Oh, this white guy's so deep. But that guy, I tell you, he knows everything." Just like that Blasso Mitchell, that black ass ball Blasso Mitchell. He sat up there talking about, "Oh, well, and everyone's heard the one that Judah did." But he was talking about prophecy. He was, and as he's talking about prophecy, he's not talking about nothing to do with redemption, redeeming, salvation of Israel prophecies. He's only talking about prophecy as the word. So he used this scenario of if something that Yahweh Shai had said. I don't remember, because I was like, I kind of toned him out at that, and because I was disgusted. And he was like, "Oh, well, if the word is if, it is if, and it's so critical." And I was like, if, I said, I had to make a comment, and I said, "You do realize it's a translated word, right? It's not the original word. So you can't be trying to utilize a preposition within a conjunction, I should say, within a syntaxed sentence to say that's what Yahweh Shai wanted everybody to understand in this piece that said if." I was like, what the hell is really going on with these people? And everybody, oh, you go, preacher. See, the dumb, that is the mute, and those that can't hear. So you can't hear, you can't speak. The dumb and the blind they gotta go. They just gotta go. I mean, just like us, when we were dumb and blind, we were nowhere to be seen. We weren't involved in no high level conversations. We weren't in dealings with society. They kept us at the side. They kept us in the back. We were not seen. We were there serving. Now we look at them, we're going, you guys are going to serve us, and you're going to serve us well, because you can't even have a reasonable, rational thought process of righteousness. This is about the standard of right. First of all, it's about the karmatic energy, the karma that's coming back on that ass. And then you're going to want to, then after the karma comes back to you, then you're going to serve. Then you're going to serve. And that's why everybody right now got that look on their face. They all upset. They really don't know what they got going on. They really don't know why things are happening. And the remnant within the remnant is sitting back in the cut going, you know what? This is prophecy. I can smell your consternation 50 miles off. I can smell it. Matter of fact, I can look at the television and smell it. It's written all over your face. Your consternation. And then you add in that you really can't get nothing out. You're constipated. It's just a terrible thing for them. And I am very glad to hear it and see it and not take part in it. I don't want nothing to do with it. I want the Father, I'm going to sit back, let the Father just put the wood to these people, just beat them down. Oh, you being mean. I guess so. I guess that's mean, wanting the standard of righteousness to come back and help the land, the water, the air, the people. That's being mean? No, what was being mean is keeping and allowing the wicked, degenerate, reprobate ass people to continue to manifest wickedry all across our earth, our lands. No, that's not what's going on anymore. And I for one don't really care. I'm not mad at nobody, but I don't care. I'm not entertaining that foolishness. I mean, it's enough. Enough is freaking enough. Let me see something. Bro, Sly, you there? I just went off on a rant.
No, that was the Holy Spirit. Sometimes you have to do that. Yeah, these people think they could just continue to rule the way they've been ruling. Like, look at the state of the world. We can't say it enough. Even your own people are tired of you. People want change. People, they act like they don't. People act like they love the way the society is moving, But honestly, they've never really lived in a righteous society.
Mm-hmm. They
A,
don't even know what that is. They don't understand what that looks like, you know?
a society that's fair, that's equitable, that's just
Thank you.
it- for
Just.
for everyone,
Right.
not just Yasharala, for everyone, because the judges will still have to reason out the matters over the Gentiles.
Mm-hmm.
A just society. They don't know. I don't think you could even point to any time in history where across the world where we actually had just rulership everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
The earth was given into the hands of the wicked.
Yep. They don't want to read that though, bro. They don't want to read that piece.
Oh,
They don't want nobody to recognize that they've been ruling wickedly in a wicked world. They don't want that.
They got Paul.
I know they do. They got that that St. Pauli's girl that they be running after all the time. You know, I said Paul said that, you know, it's neither Jew nor Greek. Well, okay, Paul said that, but did you say that? Because from what I see, your ass just made it all about you.
Exactly. They just abuse Paul's words.
Right. Again, dead men tell no tales, right? Same with Yahushua. They murder him. They did a terrible thing to him. And that's what I was saying, I was going to say earlier. They call it the passion of Christ. And what they do, or what they have done, is that they've said, oh, well, you know, the passion of Christ, you know, he loved the world so much that he has so much passion to go through this love and passion that he gave his life for the world. Wait a minute. So you think that he was okay with you all, with Roman soldiers under Roman rule, spitting on him, punching him, stomping him, defecating on him, cutting him, bruising him, cutting him, and then crucifying him, and then all of that, after all of that, poking him to murder him? You think he was cool with that? That was cool. Oh, look, I got so much passion and love for you Romans that I will allow you all Romans to murder me. Now, what kind of diabolical mindset, mental ill individual or people would do such a thing and then create a narrative that the victim, now watch this, the victim was okay with it. Now, isn't that what they have done this entire time?
He still do that to this very day.
Still doing it.
Oh
my God, you can't even make this up.
So get over it. I could have helped when Yahweh Shai after he was scourged. Yeah, get over it. It wasn't that bad. You know, the other guy, he was scourged just last week. He's fine. That's how he thinks. There's no new thing under the sun.
None.
And not even a mental state. That's how these heathens really think.
Yep.
Just utter madness.
It is straight madness. It's like, dang. So you think that? This guy then wait a minute. Then after you murder him and he said that he was cool with it, he then forgave you. No, when did he say he forgives the Romans for murdering him? Oh, he didn't do that. We just added that in. Oh, right, because he was dead. You created all this information. Same with the lynchings. Well, you know, what's that dude? I won't even go to the lynchings right yet. But what's that dude? Botham Jean, I think. His oh well, you know, after the cop broke into his house, shot him dead while he eating cereal and playing video games, shoots him dead, and then his mother and brother were like, I know that he'd want to forgive you. What kind of madness is this? No. And I tell you what, my will and my last will, if I come to meet my maker, meet my end by violence, I want no forgiveness off of these people. I want everybody to look for vengeance. That's what I want.
I told my family the exact same thing. Don't you be out here marching and protesting and calling on white jeepers. I said, no, you better ride for me.
Right. Right. I mean, it is ridiculous now. This forgiveness without even asking. Well, I don't. Just like that dude said. Where did it go? He said, where did it go? Why did that happen? That dude wanted to make it seem like you don't need to ask for no forgiveness, niggas. Ask not to be forgiven. This is their motto, their thought process. Ask not to be forgiven, for this has already been accomplished. Ask rather to learn how to forgive and to restore what always was to your unforgiving mind. But who the hell is he talking to? Ask not to be forgiven? No, that's crazy. For this has already been accomplished. By who? Ask rather to learn how to forgive? Who are you talking to? You must be talking to the Edomites, to your people, because they're the only ones that don't know how to forgive. They don't want to restore nobody, even after they murder. They don't want to restore him or her. They ain't asking for forgiveness. They just giving you some money. Shoot, you know what? Yeah, that dude got murdered. It was a vicious attack. You know what we'll do? Drop $1 million on them. The niggas would be happy. That's how they do us.
Yep. And then they mock us and call that the ghetto lottery.
Exactly.
No compassion.
None.
No semblance of love at all.
At all.
They mock our deaths.
And somehow they want us to forgive them. They want us to show compassion. They want us to have empathy. And I always say, but you know, just like when this whole thing, when Trump's deporting these fools out here, these vassals, it was like, I don't remember, like, oh, you know, that's a horrible thing. I was like, but you know, that is what the white people did to us, right? Crickets. They didn't want to talk about that. Nobody wants to talk about our plight, but they all want it. That's what's really infuriating at the end of the day. Just like that woman talking about, hey, can we utilize We Shall Overcome for us Latinos and Hispanics against deportation? No, you cannot. Are you out of your mind? Like, what do you mean you want to use our song? That song is such a heavy. That song carries a lot of burden, a lot of blood, a lot of sweat, a lot of tears. You're just not going to pick it up and just sing it. It won't even have the same spirit with it. And when you do that, now you better wish you hadn't, because now you're going to be burdened by it. Exactly. These people are dumb.
Exactly. That's not just to them, it's a song. To us, that's our people murmuring.
Right. Just
crying out. You didn't go through what our ancestors went through. They're trying to colonize that too. Like, you don't have that. You didn't feel that pain. But we all went through slavery. No. Chattel slavery was barbaric. It was so barbaric. Like I said, sometimes we can't even speak on it because the channel will get pulled or your comments, right? Because not that we're lying, it's shameful spewing on their glory. That was my granddad. No, you inherited that. You inherited that burden because none of them have made amends or are trying to make amends.
Correct.
Payment will be due. I mean, let me go into a 5-star restaurant, take 100 people, run up the tab, and run out. Payment's going to be due. Somebody wants their money.
Yep.
Most High is saying payment is due for what you've done to his children. And every captivity we've ever been in, that nation was destroyed for keeping us in affliction. They
Yep.
really think that this nation gets to escape. That's the lie.
Yep.
Even when you look at the concept of a so-called rapture, that's not biblical. You afflict us, we suffer, we repent, the Most High turns his face back to us, he smites our enemies.
That's it.
Wash, rinse, and repeat. It doesn't change. But
Nope.
when Christianity comes along, oh, I get to escape. I just call on, Cesare Chezzy B.
Oh, Chezzy.
Oh, Chezzy, he's going to take me up in the clouds. Oh no,
Mhm.
Negroes, y'all going to stay here. You're going to deal with the burden.
Mhm.
You're a Hamite. You're a beast of burden. Oh, this isn't for you
Mhm.
unless you call on this white pagan idol.
Yep.
Remember the conversation that we had earlier today about with the vessel on TikTok? I told her that's how we got into this mess. Idolatry. So you're
Mhm.
trying to pull me back into the idolatry of Christianity
Right.
to get our people caught up again. Oh no, we've learned our lesson. You can
Yeah.
keep that nonsense.
That's why it was the remnant within the remnant. It goes back to when Abraham was talking to the Father, the Most High, and he said he's over at talking about Sodom and Gomorrah. And he was like, "Yo, if there's like 50 people, would you? Yeah, I'll save it." Got all the way down from 50 to 1. He was like, "Yeah, I'll save it." But the Father knew there wasn't one in there. But now when he looks here at his creation again, he's like, "Yo, there are more. There are more than zero that are doing my commandments, that love me, that are seeking me, that are studying a matter out, that are studying to show themselves approved, that are working their own salvation out with fear and trembling. That's my people." And the rest of the world's like, "Well, wait, Jeebus said that, you ain't really got to do that." And it's so funny now that all of a sudden I see all these white people talking about um talking about the law, that yes, you got to keep the law. I'm like, whoa. That's heavy too. Are you prepared to keep this law? No, I could do it. The law. I mean, just look at where we are. We're in 2024. 24 years ago, or the last time Trump was in office, all they were talking about was a rapture.
4 years,
7 years
2 years
on, they
old.
talking about Yahusha. They talking about the law. I'm like, I'm all for it. I'm good. I'm glad that they doing that. Yet the reality is that they are finding out the truth little by little. We are getting to the kingdom little by little. But we've been purged. We've been purging ourselves a lot over the last over the last 10 years. And because of that, we will be to the kingdom before them. They will be dealing with their Mad Max manifested apocalypses, and they're going to be figuring out where's Eli. And Eli's headed to the kingdom, to salvation. And they're not going to be able to catch up. And that's why, hey, so be it. Let things be as they may. Because ain't nobody hating on all these people. We just hate the actions. And we are disgusted at colonization. And if anybody ever steps to me sideways, I just break it down with colonization. Well, wait, colonization. It's colonization. That's why you're here. Well, we're gonna get these immigrants off the land. Okay, well, you're next. Believe it. You know what I'm saying? Believe it. Shoot. When you
Yeah,
say
they're
kosher
all
pork,
immigrants. Oh yeah,
huh?
Ish came up with kosher pork a while back. I saw Brother Jesse said that they don't keep the laws. Yeah, so they came up with something called kosher pork.
Mm, that's right. They
And
love to they love to create laws ish. Create laws. But you know, these people, man,
I know.
they in for a rude awakening. Like that's what I you and I talk about. Our awakening was very smooth, very soft, very cool. The mother was like, listen, this is who you are. And we thought, no, we ain't. No. This is who you are, son, daughter. You guys, you need to do a little more reading here. I'll show you. Look, I'll point out. Let me get to the page, and then we learn over the course of time. They get the rude awakening, and the rude awakening is not your mama coming. It's not our mama coming to wake them up. It's the father with the belt. You remember that background? Get your. That's what they're in for, and they would better suit themselves to find us who's being woken up with and by the mama. Oh, ain't no mama. You guys are crazy. Ain't no mama. Okay, well then let the father wake you up. So be it. Ain't nobody can't nobody judge me, but God can judge. Okay, well that in itself is the most ignorant statement I've ever heard. But so be it. Let the father wake you up.
Thank you. I'd rather have Brother Moriel judge me than the Most High.
I'd rather have Brother Sly judge me than the Most High. Believe that. Believe that. You know,
I'd rather be judged by my physical brothers and sisters
exactly,
and get judged by the King of Terrors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the King of Terror, and they go, oh, God is love. God is love. Yeah, He is, and there's a season for His love. But right now, this is a season of balance, the season of justice, and justice don't come nicely. It does not. You know, this whole thing is coming to a head, and it's a beautiful thing to see. It is a beautiful thing to watch it come to a head because people need it, bro. They need it.
Exactly.
I mean, there's too many wayward people out here losing their sanity.
Consternation.
Yeah.
Yeah, these people are literally losing their minds. You can see it. If I see another Karen meltdown,
oh my gracious. And an ugly Karen meltdown at that. Go sit down, girl. Why you gotta be all up in people's face? You look like hell. You crying like a little wink, wink. Go sit down. Why you all up in everybody's business? Why do you care? You know? And that Karen person is gonna be the first to be punished. Karen, Ken, what you say today? All the bywords, they got all the bywords on them now, right?
Karen, Becky, yeah, they're the new bywords.
They're the new bywords. That's right.
But people look at them and hiss. Like,
okay. Yep. This thing is a massive undertaking of balance and justice. And you know, yeah, there's going to be some Israelites that's going to take this whooping too. There's going to be some that's going to fall off. There's going to be some Edomites that's going to come in, or because at the end of the day, they won't even be Edomites. I shouldn't even say it. We got to get away from that because if you're coming into the remnant within the remnant into the kingdom, you're not going to be Esau. You're already Jacob, and that goes back to what you were saying earlier, right?
Exactly. I wish I had this video also on TikTok. There was this guy who appeared to be an Edomite, who appeared to be white. When I say this guy was going line upon line, precept upon precept, cutting them, oh, they were mad. So it's not a color thing, it's a truth thing. Oh, they pulled out all the Pauline verses. Oh, he was saying, but salvation is only for Israel. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. I don't know who that brother was. Oh, but he was swinging that sword. So it lets you know it's not a black thing, it's a truth thing. And the heathens despise truth.
They do.
of who brings it,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of the vessel. If it's a truthful vessel, they despise it.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's character. It's character. It's how you act. The heathens have never been accountable for their actions. So they created heathens. You know, there's your 2/3. It's a third of them and a third of us, you know, and everybody else in between. So 2/3 got to go because 2/3 of the population of the earth don't want to take accountability for their actions. Yisrael takes accountable for their actions because they understand first and foremost, if they do something wrong and break the covenants and well, first of all, we learn from our past. That's it. These people don't learn from their past because they're running from their past. They try to hide their past. They don't want to acknowledge their past. They don't want to be accountable for their past. We've already been accountable. We've already taken as much hits as the Father has allowed us to take of our past so that we can be straight for the future, for the kingdom to come. These people want to run from their past, run to heaven, knowing that there is no heaven that they're getting to. There is no heaven for them. No heaven for you, heathens. It's the craziest thing, man. It is the craziest thing. However,
that's white heaven.
Well, you know, the heaven is only white to them. It ain't got nothing. Again, we ain't nowhere near their heaven or going to get into their heaven. So we got to do what we're supposed to do, which is manifest and usher in the kingdom to come. Because when that happens, their white heaven is going to be their apocalypse of Mad Max and everything else that they have thought through their vain imaginations to believe the end times would be. You know, all they want to do is kill somebody. They want to destroy something. The end days is all about destruction. No, it is for you, but not for everybody.
Exactly. We're at peace.
Yep. That's at Jacob's trouble. Be at rest, son. Be at rest, where Jacob will be rested and he will be saved out of it. You know, because all the like Obadiah doesn't talk about Jacob being destroyed. No, it talks about everybody else who afflicted Jacob. Well, Jacob he lied and he was he did wrong to Esau. That's not your business.
His name means supplanter.
Yeah. Yep.
He came out the womb with that name.
Yeah.
He was just fulfilling what the angel told his mother.
Mm-hmm.
But they skipped that part.
Exactly. Wait a minute. Pilot J-Dub, what you mean? So the Gentiles can be counted as Israelites, like descendants of the covenant people? No, we didn't say that. That's not what we said.
I think
they can cleave to us.
Mm-hmm. But they're going to be. Oh, Salaki, go ahead, brother.
No, go ahead, brother. You tell them. Go ahead.
Basically, what we're saying is that there are going to be people from other nations that look like the other nations, but they're us. You know, we were scattered, so we're mixed in. And sometimes people don't understand that the scattering was the Most High showing mercy on us, on the children of Israel. Because you see what they do to us.
Right. That's right.
Because they know who we are. So imagine the ones that are Israel that are scattered, that they don't know who they are. The Most High gave them a safe haven. Because he's still in our wickedness. He still loved us enough to protect us and scatter us. Imagine if he was all sent to one area.
Yeah, they'd have blown us up. Matter of fact, they would have dropped the nuclear bomb on us, testing it like they did Nagasaki.
Yeah, just like how they bombed us in Philly.
Am I just correct? Like they did in Philly. Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
And didn't the Most High just drop something on Philly last week?
Yep.
You reap what you sow.
What looked like a missile, bro. Didn't look like no plane to me, but I digress, you know.
Hey, something hit.
And you know, the other thing about it is that people got to realize that we are everywhere. We are likened to the sand of the sea, or what is the sand of the sea. We are numerous. So there's going to be us in Asia. There's going to be us in India. There's going to be us in America, the Americas. There's going to be us in Africa. There's going to be us in Europe. There's going to be us in the Isles of the Sea. But what the bottom line, what makes you us is your character. What makes you us is your thought process and your actions. So although there's going to be a ton of us, only a third is going to make it. I mean, only a third.
We have a troll. I got rid of it. The Cheshire Cat.
Oh.
But we knew you were coming back. You're blocked. You're not welcome here. Your spirit is not upright in you. Be gone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Trying to find. Yeah, there it is. No, all is good. I'm gonna read this real quick. And it shall. This is. I'm sorry. Zechariah 13:8-9. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Most High, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them, and I will say, it is my people. And they shall say, the Most High is my, they say God, but the Most High is my Elohim, right? So there's your 2/3. So these people who don't understand, oh, well, Jesus said that, you know, he forgave us and he's going to do away with our sins and everything's going to be good and this, that, and the third. They don't understand this. They don't understand that, you know, we're saying he's looking for, they shall call on my name. We're calling on his name. We've called on his name, and it is my people. It, the group, the third, the remnant within the remnant is my people, and they shall say, you are our Elohim. This ain't hard. It didn't say nothing about Jebus. It didn't say nothing about the church. It didn't say nothing about none of the madness that the heathen Gentiles tried to bring to the table. It didn't say nothing about that. That's why it's such a joke to watch these people sit here and try to proclaim why Jesus is a savior. It's like, come on, people, we got to be smarter than that. The why Jesus has went all around the earth seeking who he could destroy and devour. And now here at the end, you want us to, and plus, why Jesus says you got to pay. You got to pay. You got to pay to be his friend. You got to have a big church. You got to have 6,000 people. You got to talk only. You got to do away with the laws. You got to acknowledge that he forgave you for all your sins, and he'll forgive you for any of your sins, and therefore you can continue to sin. Why Jesus is a hell of a friend.
Money changers. The same thing he preached against. Same thing he taught against. I'm really shocked that these churches don't have tap pay collection plates yet.
These dudes are going to have the tap.
I know
that's what they want. You know, they want to tap. Let me just walk on in here and just tap. As a matter of fact, they don't want you to tap. They don't want to take it out your wallet. Don't touch your wallet. We're just going to tap you, smack you in the ass with some little machine that take all your money. That's all they want. They want your money. That's it. And if, like here we are. What do we value? What do we value? We value wisdom. And we give it what? Freely. Did Yahweh Shai come and say, yo, you got to break me off. You got to break me off something if you want me to give you this information, this wisdom? No. So why in the hell would we be listening to these charlatans that are out here trying to act like they got some intellectualized knowledge that nobody else has because nobody's reading except for them, that they want, but in order to give it to you, you got to pay. Because you see this big old building, I got to keep the lights on. My big old house, you see these shoes on my feet, you see this suit, you got to pay me. That's the difference. That's the 2/3. That's why they all got to go. All over the earth, they got to go. It is time. That's why we're in the 12th woe. Now, hold on a sec. Let me get back to that. I just want to read the 12 woes real quick. Then we're going to keep going. All right. All right, brother.
Yes, sir. I was doing my own research when you mentioned that.
Okay.
Scripture for that.
For which one?
What you just mentioned, but you know it's not in the KJV. And what they told us not to read.
Right.
Probably these pastors. I'm just going through it right now.
All right. Well, I'm going to read the 12 woes real quick. And I'm going to set the stage because Baruch is upset. Baruch is mad because he sees that our people are about to go through hell and beyond. And he had already had a conversation with the Father about how and why this is going to happen. And the Father had to check him and humble him. And he was like, my bad, I'm sorry. And he said to him, but I'm still upset at this thing that has come upon my people. And he said, but I get it, because the Father checked him and was like, yo, do you know anything about me? Can you help me, or am I helping you, essentially? And he was like, well, you're right. I'm sorry, my bad. And he said, but I know this thing that's going to come upon our people is a terrible and horrible thing. But what about the people that you're going to use to do it? What's going to happen to them? Set the stage for the 12 woes. The Father said, there shall be. Yeah. Okay, so let me start. And he answered and said unto me, you too shall be preserved till that time, till that sign which the Most High will work for the inhabitants of the earth in the end days. And in the Pseudepigrapha, it says Most High. Okay, this is what it says. This therefore shall be the sign when a stupor shall seize the inhabitants of the earth, and they shall fall into many tribulations. And again, when they shall fall into great torments, and it will come to pass when they shall say in their thoughts, by reason of their much tribulation, the mighty one doth no longer remember the earth. Yes, it will come to pass when they abandon hope, that the time will then awake, And I answered and said, it's Baruch talking, will that tribulation, which is to be continue a long time? And will that necessity embrace many years? And the Father answered, and he answered and said unto me, into 12 parts is that time divided, and each one of them is reserved for that which is appointed for it. In the first part, there shall be the beginning of commotions. And in the second part, there shall be slayings of the great ones. And in the third part, the fall of many by death. And watch this. And in the fourth part, the sending of the sword. We heard that before, right? Pale horse rides. The fourth part, and in the fourth part, the sending of the sword. And in the fifth part, famine and withholding of rain. And in the sixth part, earthquakes and terrors. In the eighth part, wanting. And in the seventh part, wanting. And in the eighth part, a multitude of specters and attacks of the Shadim. And in the ninth part, the fall of fire. And you see all this fire hitting the ground. And in the 10th part, rapine and much oppression. Rapine is theft of property by force. Okay, that's what rapine means. Theft of property by force. And in the 11th part, wickedness and unchastity, hoes, men and women. And in the 12th part, confusion from the mingling together of all those things aforesaid. For these parts of that time are reserved, and shall be mingled one with another, and minister one to another. For some shall leave out some of their own, and receive in its stead from others. That's what's happening. And some complete their own and that of others. That's also what's happening. So that those may not understand who are upon the earth in those days, that this is the consummation of the times. That's where we're at. We're in the 12th woe. And if the world doesn't want to acknowledge it or accept it, that's their problem. They will be eaten up and spit out going forward. The closer we get to the third parade of planets, they coined that parade. That means it's a joyful time. Is it a joyful time for them? No, but the parade of planets is telling you that there is something amiss. Something is going to come that is going to bring great joy. A parade of planets, the third one on February 28th, going into our new year. I believe that it will be a wrap. It will be a great morning coming for the nations. Something major is going to happen to a lot of people, because this is the consummation of the times. Go back. So
Powerful. But the church won't tell you that, because they took the woes out of the KJV. There's only 2 woes mentioned in the KJV. Let me bring that.
2.
Yeah, only 2.
It's crazy.
Revelation 11:14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe come quickly. So they took out the first woe. They just went to the second and the third, and the rest of the woes they just didn't put in the book.
They did. They chose, and that's funny, because when you look at what the second woe is, and the second woe, right? And in the second part, there shall be slayings of the great ones. That's the second woe. They alluded to the second woe, but they didn't say what it was, right? And then they said, and in the third one comes quickly. It comes quickly, right? So what's the third woe? Fall of many by death. Like, you can't make this up. This is why we study the matter out. We reason the matter out. We figure the matter out, all praise to the Most High, by way of the Holy Spirit, our mother, and the way Yahweh Shai. These other people are looking for Jebus to show them how to forgive, how to be forgiven. Jesus, please, you forgive me, right? You forgive me for killing that man and slicing his throat up. You forgive me, right? Oh, Jebus said, sure. Just give me some trinkets. Give me give me my 30 pieces of silver, nigga, and you on your way. Oh, great. Little do you know, you in the joint. So yeah, he forgave you up in the joint, up in jail. That's being forgiven. You ain't forgiven. You have to do something to be forgiven. You have to make amends to be forgiven. 7 times, 7 times, 7 times. You can't just go and say, you know what? Check it out. I know I sliced your daddy completely up, like stabbed him, 100 million times. But you know what? I asked for you to forgive me. What? No, you can't. You got to work. You got to do something. Okay, you destroyed the breadwinner. You destroyed my family. Now you've got to come and every day work for us. For 49 years, the rest of your life. You have to do something. You can't just get forgiven just because, willy-nilly. What is this? Why Jesus has done a number on the mind of the fools in the are the foolish 2/3 of this world, and it just does not resonate nor make sense.
because they don't
I
study.
digress.
They do not study. And the beauty of the prophecy is that in the fourth woe wasn't just the first three parts. That's when they went out with the sword. It went to the fourth part also. So the fourth woe also encompassed the fourth part. That's when they went out with the sword,
Yeah.
killing, robbing, raping, stealing, pillaging. That's when they was really heavy in their blessing of the sword.
Mm-hmm.
Khan, the Most High will not be mocked.
No. No, that's the whole thing. That's that because SM that question the great ones. Were these the kings and queens of the house of Jacob? Yes, along with the prophets, along with everybody else that were great in the eyes, great in the righteousness of the eyes of the Father. Anytime, because again, the earth, the world was given into the hands of the wicked. So a great one would not be a great wicked one. It would be because they're not killing the wicked ones. They're not killing them. They're killing and murdering the righteous. So the great ones was all the prophets of all time. It was all of the great kings and queens. It was all of the righteous men and women.
Mm-hmm.
All of them. This is what they set forth to do. So you're correct, yes, of House of Jacob, yes. But it was all it could, again, House of Jacob is it incorporates a massive amount of people. So you have to understand that through time, since Rome jumped on the scene, right? Since they jumped on the scene, they had been murdering people left and right. That was their whole purpose. That's what the Father raised them up for. They raised him up because he knew that they were going to have to, that he was going to have to whoop up on his people. So he created these, he allowed these people to be demonstrative in degeneration and reprobatism, because he said to us, I'm going to bring a foolish people and put over you if you don't act right. We didn't believe him. And as soon as they had the opportunity, they set forth, I should say, to destroy the great ones. So we go back to the woes, the slaying. Okay, so if you look at the first woe, it says there shall be beginning of commotions. That's Rome. That's these people. That's these Horite people. Okay, they came on the scene. All they've been about was they created commotions. Oh, there's some killing going on over there. Who's killing like that? Why are these people getting killed over like that? Oh, that's the Horites. Oh, get out of their way. Don't be in their way. Oh, okay. Well, I got to get out of here. Commotion. The second part, slaying of the great ones. They were like, after we created all this commotion, we got to find out who's these great people, because they're going to be holding and amassing a lot of treasure, and they're going to have all of this knowledge, and we want it. So we're going to kill them. We will murder them. That includes Yahweh Shai, slaying of the great ones. And in the third, fall of many by death. Let's just kill all the men and women and children that we can.
Mm-hmm. And that lines up with First Maccabees, chapter 1, 7 through 9. That's when the Grecians really came into power.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when they went around killing with the sword. First Maccabees, chapter 1, 7 through 9. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died. That's Alexander the Greek. And his servants bare rule everyone in his place. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons. And after many years, and evils, listen again, and evils were multiplied in the earth. That was when there was a heyday killing. That was
Evil.
another woe. Evil. That was another woe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, these 12 woes, man. And then, okay, so the fourth one, I think you already said this one, but the fourth part, the sending of the sword.
That's when
Sending.
here. It traveled.
Correct.
Yeah, because they basically wreaked havoc in the first three parts.
Mm-hmm.
Yasharala was in the fourth part, committing idolatry. We knew the consequences. The Mosai said, you know what? I'm going to send these base men to the fourth part. That's when the sword was sent.
Yep.
That was another woe.
And just to piggyback on that, he didn't send them via the Atlantic Ocean where Leviathan reigns. He didn't send them that way. He sent them the Pacific Ocean. And on their way, they found Yasharal because they already had Judah. They found Yasharal, and then that's where they got the Manila to Acapulco. That's where Chinos, that's where all this begins.
Mm-hmm.
Through sending of the sword. And these people don't have a clue because they're so busy trying to be forgiven by Jebus. And it's like, you guys are not going to be forgiven. We don't forgive you. Why do you think this is all happening? Forgiveness has not been forgiven. It's all happening because justice has to be given. Forgiveness is after justice is meted out. Then you know what? Whew, the Most High put that ass whooping to you, something fierce. You know what? He did the do. I forgive you. You see what I'm saying? That's forgiveness. Ain't no forgiveness before the whooping. Even as a child, your parents may have said, "Listen, I'm gonna forgive you after you take this whooping," and even then, you're gonna be grounded. You see? So there's always consequence. These people want no consequence. And the pain of no consequence builds up. It builds up to when the cries of justice cries out, and the father's like, whoa, what is that? Is that my people I hear? Is that them? He's like, yo, Michael, Gabriel, go down there and tell me what's happening. Even though he already know what happening, he's like, just go down there and get Michael Gabriel comes. Father, your people crying out. He's like, all right, good. Now it's time. Now it's the consummation of the times. So here we are in the at the fifth, right? The fifth part is famine and withholding of rain. Has that not already occurred? Or are we waiting for some famine and rain? Because the famine is also famine of the word.
Exactly.
Right.
Con.
And in the sixth, earthquakes and terrors. Ain't no earthquakes been going on. Ain't no terrors been going on. I mean, the Greek Santorini or whatever, didn't that have a major earthquake back in the day? In modern, right after ancient times, sure did. Sure did. And still having them today.
It's not just earthquakes, it's earthquakes and terrors. We just said
that's right.
Mount Vesuvius, terrors. They're still digging up bodies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Was it Pompeii?
Pompeii, yeah.
They're still digging up bodies. And how long ago was that?
For at least 1,000 years. So they say.
So they say.
Mm-hmm. And then what's 7? Wanting. What is wanting? People go, well, what's wanting? What does that mean? Lacking in a certain required or necessary quality. What is wanting? Wanting is when the people become they are lacking morality. They do not have any integrity. They're wanting. That is has not happened. These fools ain't had no integrity nor morality. They broke every treaty they made with us. All right.
Exactly.
And then the 8th part, multitude of specters and attacks of the Shadim.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
And
Evil spirits.
Mm-hmm. And that lines up with Ecclesiasticus 39:28. There be spirits created. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. That's the Most High sending them out.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right. Spitting them out like spittle. Just where we at? And in the 9th part, fall of fire. I mean, didn't last week we just see some fall of fire?
Mm-hmm.
They talking about, oh, these are aeroplanes. It didn't look like no airplane to me. But okay. Look like some fireballs hitting the ground. That's what it looked like to me. So fall of fire. And in the 10th part, rapine and much oppression. You get, I mean, have we not been oppressed? Have we not had the imposition of oppression forever? Since at least, well, since Rome began, right? Since Babylon, since we began, yes, we have rapine, again, by force, taking people's property by force. Is that not what Ish has done over there in Palestine? Look what they're doing now. It's the same thing. And in 11th, part wickedness and unchastity. So they've been running around like hoes for a long time now. That's all television is about. See how much ass we can show. I remember back in the day, you would see hands. You wouldn't really see no curves on women, and you certainly wouldn't see no toes on women. Now it's all over the place, and I'm like, good God, man, can we just talk? Can you just show me some killing? Just show me some killing. I'm tired of seeing all this whoredom. I'm tired of it. You know, it's crazy. And leads to the 12th part, the confusion, right? Confusion from mingling together all of those things aforesaid. So all of that is happening now today as well. There's your 12th part. This is where we're at. And after that, there's no more. He comes and he changes everything. Like if you continue to read, the Father says, I'll read this part, 29. And he answered and said unto me, whatever will then befall will befall the whole earth. Therefore, all who live will experience them. And that's what Sister Pat be talking about. Everybody gonna experience this. That's right. Everybody will. For at that time, I will protect only those who are found in those self-same days in this land. So there will be a hedge of protection, but we will all be affected by it. Whether it's be a sight or our next door neighbor or sound or taste, we're going to be affected by, or smell. We will be affected by it, but we shall live. See, that's something that the heathen cannot say. They will not live. They won't. Nowhere has it been written that the heathens will live. Nowhere has it been written that the Gentiles will live. Only Israel. That's why they got to bring in this false narrative of Jebus saving them. Where he brought us to Jesus died for us so that we can go to heaven. Well, nowhere is it written that anybody's going to heaven, niggas. So what are you talking about? And you're right, yo, Bob. The elephant in the rooms is the jab. This is what they have done to themselves. Because most of us didn't get the jabby jab. We ain't vaccinated. We're not poisoned up. We were at that time trying to reconcile our own self poisons when we were like, yo, you know what? I do this, I do that. But we were like, we got to cut all that shit out.
Exactly. He wasn't going to stick me. You know what?
I mean, it's crazy.
I had a saying when they wanted to poke us. I said, I'd rather fight Zab Judah before I let you jab Judah. At least I know if Zab hit me, I might wake up the next day. I mean, you'll keep me up. But their jab, nah, that jab give you a permanent nap.
Mm-hmm. Permanent. Right out the door. You take it, you fall out, done.
Exactly. Having seizures in the vaccination line.
Right. I need another one. Oh, get him to ICU. I mean, well, how did he die? Oh, he had pneumonia. Don't say nothing. What? Pneumonia? It's freaking 98 degrees out here. 98 degrees in the shade. It's like, what? Real hot? These people are funny. And they're upset because we're laughing at their calamity. Because when we were struggling, they laughed at ours. And now we have no care for them as they had no care for us. And the parallelisms are plain to see. That's what we're seeing. Every bit of not even consternation, every bit of the curses that happen to us is now happening to them. And we're seeing it in full time. You know?
Exactly.
But go ahead, bro.
Just, I mean, yeah, I didn't take that jab either. I knew better. Once again, I looked at their history.
Yeah.
I looked at their history.
Yeah, their history showed they're not to be trusted.
Yeah, they experimented on my dad. I'm just gonna leave it alone. I'm not gonna speak any further. He would, in a nutshell, he would tell me that as a child. We didn't believe it until them documents leaked. When I saw them leaked documents, I went to my dad and apologized. He's like, I told you, they've always done that to us.
Yeah. And that was the first purge of us away from them, when we no longer trusted in their medical, right? And we were like, forget it, we'll just deal with it ourselves. We'll revert back to the way our grannies and great grannies were doing herbs, right? Certain things. And what did they do? Oh, we got to make some weed, government weed, right? We got to do that.
That's
what they did.
That's not approved. That's not FDA approved.
Right. Yep.
We didn't try to grow herbs and plants. Well, we've been doing it that way since the beginning of time. Who are you to dictate how I treat my body, how we treat our bodies? Yeah, these people have too much control. They need to go. Just wicked.
They are wicked. They're wicked. And then look at this. So the jab was on forefront, right? It was on the forefront. And then all of a sudden they start talking about, oh, well, this man can be a woman, this woman can be a man. You know, they start changing the genders. This all happened within the last 4 years. I mean, you think about the madness that has been that we have endured through of these heathens.
They're changing species.
Yep.
You can identify as a cat.
As a cat, right. You can be a dog. I seen this dude. I think it's in Japan. He had a dog costume made for him, and he goes out walking, and his wife walks him. And I'm like, I just can't with these people. Like, these people are the basis of people. Like, I'm just waiting on the time where we are safe 100%, and we can be righteous and justice, and things make sense, and we can reason out a matter, and we can go to different places without looking over our shoulder, not having to care about the madness of these heathens, somebody getting doing some crack or some heroin or some finny and killing somebody. Like I'm just over it. Enough. Like I want these heathens out the way is what I want. And I pray for that every night. I want them out the way because they are wrecking the first creation. And I can't believe that the Father is liking that. As a matter of fact, I know he's not. But he had to give everybody an opportunity to, build their case, their testimony against themselves. It's just madness. So then after the trans worldisms and the jabisms, what else was going on in the last 4 years? You had 10 million immigrants coming in, getting money off of us, talking doo-doo, going, you niggas is lazy. What y'all, why don't y'all do this? Whoop-de-woo, I got this, I got that. And all that happened was, again, all this cash left our nation. All this cash. That cash could have been for us, but nope. They took the cash and sent it back to wherever the hell they were from, Honduras, El Salvador, Venezuela, wherever. And so we're sitting here like, well, wait, can I get a little something on the gas? Nah, nigga, you fired. You fired, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You fired. Why? Because I need a little something on the gas. Yeah, you fired. Like, damn, this is terrible. And now here at the end or the beginning of 2025, the end of their 2024, look at what's come. They didn't get our vote. They got no power out of us the last 4 years. They got no energy. None. And what they doing with it? And what are they doing with the no energy? What are they doing? They sitting around doing nothing. They're sitting around trying to figure out how to get this Blassel to have 20,000 people in his church. And who's behind it? Ish. And what's Ish doing? Killing, about to go over to Gaza and rebuild. Man, you can't make this stuff up. This stuff is so ridiculously wicked that it's got to change,
Exactly. And that goes into what I was speaking of earlier that I was looking for about these so-called pastors. Now we know, I'm not going to mention his name, but that Blassel, we know he's set up. It's so apparent that he's set up.
Yeah.
So let me bring out the Ascension of Isaiah, chapter 3, verses 23 through 25. And in those days, there will be many who love office, although lacking wisdom. And there will be many wicked elders and shepherds who wrong their sheep. And they will be rapacious because they do not have holy shepherds. And many will exchange the glory of the robes of the saints for the robes of those who love money. And there will be much respect of persons in those days, and lovers of the glory of this world. He's shooting for mega pastor status.
Yep.
I need a bigger venue. I'm going to get on here and they taught me how to cry on cue. Yeah, he's an actor. He's a demonic actor. And the people who can't see that, they don't have discernment. That's why he's on my TikTok. Excuse me. He's on my TikTok timeline literally every 2 to 3 swipes.
Yep.
And that's no exaggeration. He's being put out there by his handlers to try to harness that Blassel energy. But little do they know, they are not the remnant within the remnant. They have no energy.
They have no energy, bro. That's
So
right.
that's going to be a big fail. So y'all can jump up and down the aisles and foam at the mouth. Once again, all of 83, including the Blassels, who are subsidiaries of 83, they're going to get a big letdown. Well, you told us that. No, we tried to tell you, but you didn't want to listen. You're man worshippers.
Yep. Idolaters.
Say it again.
Idolaters. That's all they are.
What we're running away from, idolatry. Right. We're fleeing idolatry.
Yep. And they want us to, they want to try to figure out how to snare us back with it. So they're going, oh, well, you know, Beyonce, we need to give Beyonce the award that she never had so that some of these niggers will feel good about it and maybe come back to us, or come back to our entertainment, come back and give us some energy. Nah, nigga, we don't care about Beyonce. Beyonce ain't done nothing for me, her or Jay-Z. So what the hell are y'all talking about? But that's what they are. This is what they're doing. That's why I said there's going to be something major that's going to happen, because they're all in. They got to go all in. The Pope opened the doors. They got to go all in. There's no, like the fathers called their bluff. It's their move. It's checkmate. They're like, well, don't we get another chance? Yeah, you get a turn. This is your turn. This is it, though, because it's checkmate. What you going to do? And they're trying to scurry, trying to figure out the different moves, see if it makes sense. So what are their move? What's their move? Let's all try to get out of here and go to Gaza and try to fix that up. And maybe we can live over there handsomely. Well, you blew it up to smithereens. So you think that now you're going to come over and clean it up? The Hegelian dialectic? Really? That's what you're doing in our face? Like we don't see that you caused this commotion and now you're trying to bring the solution? Nah. That's not how this works. That's not righteous at all. See, that's what they're trying to show them. They're trying to show themselves as righteous by helping these people, these poor Gazians. But everybody saw you blow them up. Matter of fact, America, the Ish people use your weapons to blow these people up. Nigga, what are you talking about? Your hands are just as bloody.
They want that
just as bloody.
They run it straight for the beachfront property.
Straight for the beachfront. And the father's going to send a big wave. You know, it's going to be a seismic earthquake right there, right? And it's going to just wipe it all away. Remember, we will rebuild. Okay. Let them rebuild it and watch the father do his thing. These people are not prepared for what's next. They think they know, but the stars have already shown that it's a wrap. It is a complete wrap, which is a beautiful thing, to be honest with you. It's a beautiful thing.
But you know, that's
and yeah, they are dying out. Their populations is getting very low.
Below replacement levels.
Yeah. That's what we were talking about earlier.
And like you were saying earlier, they're too old. That's their biggest population, the baby boomers. Basically, our parents' generation. Once they go, they really don't have anybody.
They don't.
You know, between, like I said, the opioids, them offing each other, alternative lifestyles, just natural death, accidental death. You know, the Japanese
988.
900. They're doing that. That sword, that blessing of the sword.
That's right.
They're literally eating that blessing for real.
Yep.
Yeah, they're eating that sword. You know, full buttered popcorn, extra large.
Extra large, bro. And that's what I'm saying. You know, this thing, people are tired. Our people are tired, but we gotta hang on. We gotta endure and persevere. You know, we gotta look at the beauty of the day of being awoke to all this madness, so that we can stay out of the way. That's what we do. We don't, because they don't see us. Who they see is the camps. They look at the camps and they go, oh, those black Hebrew Israelites are bad people. But they're not looking at us. That's their neighbor that's going to their jobs, that service them or give, utilize their services or whatever. They don't see us as Hebrew Israelites. That's again part of our covenant where he's protected us from them, which again is consternation. They're gonna be like, what? You mean to tell me I've been living next door to a Hebrew Israelite all this time? Yeah. Well, where'd you go? I've been gone, shorty. You ain't know? I've been gone. These people do not know. So we're safe to a degree as long as we're not out, messing with them. As long as we're not out messing with them, we're fine.
Exactly. Be ye separate.
And yeah. And yeah, they're gonna see us soon. That's true, hot shot. They're gonna see us soon, but they ain't gonna see us, the remnant within the remnant. They're gonna see us, but they're not gonna see us. That's the whole thing. They remember, because it says they're gonna be looking for where'd they go? They're gonna see us and be like, oh yeah, I know I remember this guy, this black woman saying this. I bet you they are Hebrew Israelites. I need to find them. They can't find us. So yeah, they're gonna see us. Their eyes will be open to the truth, but they're not gonna be able to find us. That's the deal. But you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Exactly. The Most High is going to hide us and protect us.
Yeah.
And hopefully that we're a part of that. When I say us, I mean the remnant within the remnant. I'm not
Correct.
speaking as my salvation is already guaranteed. So I'm not saying that. Because he that endures to the end shall be saved. We're not at the end yet. That's another false Christian doctrine. You're not
That's
saved.
right. That's right. Yeah. Oh, I'm saved and highly favored. Nigga, please. You don't even understand what that means. Saved. You're not saved nowhere, no how. Because when you look at the world is in such dire straits. How are these people saved? If they so saved, why is the world going to hell in a handbasket?
Mm-hmm.
That's why these people don't think, bro. That's why they don't think.
Exactly. If 2.2 billion Christians can't make the world righteous.
Yeah. I mean, think about that, bro. That's a great point. Think about that. 2.2 billion Christians has not made the world righteous. Wow. But yet somehow White Jeebus is that guy. That's that guy. I mean, if you listen to Blassel Mitchell, he'll tell you that Jeebus is that guy. He is a Jewish, non-black person.
He's right about that. That's his Sezzy.
That's Sezzy. Sezzy says that he ain't black. Sezzy said, I ain't black. Me no black. me no black. Oh my God, that's too much. You guys are wild.
Yeah, I'm just waiting.
I am too.
Your face and a few shekels slip out of his pocket by mistake.
Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be fun. Funny to watch, man. It is gonna be fun to watch. And I'm laughing. I'm not even tripping. I'm gonna let everybody know. I'm gonna be giggling at their despair. Because I'm allowed to. Because that's the karma. As long as I don't go up to them and kick them and rape them and lynch them and cut them and I get to laugh. I can giggle at their issues. I sure can. There's nothing wrong with that. And if people go, well, that's just being mean. What? me giggling is mean? No, what's mean is chattel slavery, lynching, eating people, wearing people as clothing, lying to people, saying that people are 3/5 of the man. That's what's mean. Well, you can get a job. Nope, psych. That's mean. Or you got to go to school to get these degrees so that you can get this job. Oops, psych. That's mean. Me, I'm just giggling. I'm giggling at their calamity. And I don't feel I don't feel like, oh, well, the Father would say something. No. See, that's them. They say Jesus wouldn't like that. But Jesus, like people getting killed. He ain't had no problems when they were putting us on postcards coming right after church. So, yeah, I'm giggling. I'm going to be giggling. Snarkly giggling, too.
Going to lynchings with the Sunday best on. Didn't even change.
Didn't even change. Just came. That's right, man.
Announced it right from the pulpit.
Right. And after I finish giving you the sermon of White Jeebus, we're gonna go out to the picnic, and I think we've got a couple niggers ready. Tom, you got the niggers ready? They're strung up, boss. And they just going out there just killing and eating, and oh man, it's a horrible. And you don't think that deserves payment? No, these people don't believe that will demand payment. They're fucking crazy, man. They're crazy, man.
And then they
like
walk around with the epitome of righteousness. But you don't, we can see you, right?
I know it, man.
We can see your history. We see what you're doing. Yeah, it's madness.
And that's why their history is becoming the mirror of their consternation, because we're not letting up. We're not going to let up. Now, we're not walking around it. We're going to allow the camps to browbeat them, because the camps they doing just fine. They are browbeating these cats left and right, showing their history and what they've done left and right. All we going to do is sit back and giggle as we move to the kingdom. See, that's the beauty of it. We ain't got to do nothing but do what we do. I dare say that way. We have to do a lot and more to get to the kingdom to come, but we ain't got to do nothing to them. That's what I mean. We ain't got to do nothing to them.
And not until the Most High ordains it.
Not until the Most High ordains it. That's right. The Most High said, yeah. Which say, I'm sorry, bro. Go ahead.
I was saying that we don't move on our own accord. Everything is through the Father.
Everything. Even tonight, this is all on the Father. I mean, shoot, it's 9:48. What time we start?
I see 7:45.
7:45, right?
7:45. Yeah, 7:45.
Okay, so it's about 2 hours. Okay. Because I was like, is it 3 hours? What the heck is going on here? We went that fast? Time keeps slipping into the future, man. It surely do. But yeah, I mean, this is why Brother Sly and I are having these conversations, because we, with the nation, because what is it? When two or more of us come together, therein be our mother, the Holy Spirit. This is why we do these things. This is why Brother Sly and I are doing them, because we got to make sure that the Holy Spirit is with us when we're doing these things, That's why the lives are good, even with all the sisters and brothers that do the lives we are all still there together in spirit.
Exactly. That's why they shadow ban our comments. That's why they make comments disappear, because they know when two or more gathered, the Holy Spirit is there, even online, because we're all gathered.
I mean, if you just look at how many people are here, plus us too. I mean, I think I'm seeing this right, 274, which is fine, because that means that the assembly, right? We're assembling for the Father, assembling with the Mother, assembling with our brother. And that's something that they never wanted us to do. That's why they brought out Chezzy B, That's why I personally am extremely ecstatic and excited at the future. And that's something that I could say that I was never really cool with, just 20 years ago. I was like, the future, man, what's going to go on? Now I'm like, woo-wee, I can't wait. We are now reaching our point of future beginnings. Now the heel, we done grabbed Esau's heel and we're just stomping on him, going above him. And he's trying to grab ours and we're just kicking his ass, kicking him in the head. Get up off me, get down. And everybody's looking at us like, why are you guys being so mean? Well, it's our turn. It's our turn. That's why. And we're not even mean. That's again, that's a joke. Meanness is what you all have done. Don't project your meanness onto us. I ain't done nothing relatively to nothing. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Give me 1 second. I'll respond to someone in the chat.
You doing what? You kicking somebody out?
In the chat. No, everybody's been smooth.
Oh. Yeah, mean gator baiting. That's mean. Mean the devil's punch bowl. That's mean. Mean is blowing up Black Wall Street, Philly. That's mean. Mean is making laws against us. That's mean.
Yep.
So save me. Save it. Don't come sideways over him. We don't care. We are not trying to deal with the compassion and empathy that you all feel you need today. Sorry, you all, I dare say all, most all today who are going to pay will pay today. It ain't got nothing to do with us. It ain't got nothing to do with the 1% of those that understand, that have been awakened, that are cleaving. Has nothing to do with them. This has to do with those that benefited via their heritage of land, money, prestige, period. All of y'all got to go. Oh, well, that's not a lot of people, and I didn't have it. Listen, if you are of the nations and you are in your mindset, black, white, blue, green, or yellow, and your mindset is to be closer to white, you're going to have a problem. Your Eurocentric worldview is going to make you have a problem. Now, what I'm seeing is what's about to shift. One of the major shifts is everybody's going to be trying to get to they're going to be trying to say, well, you know what? Me black, and no more white. Nobody's going to want to be white anymore. They're going to be trying to figure out blood quantum to be black. And that's fine. I don't care. Again, if you want to, just because, again, people want to look like us. They always have. They got the lips, they got the ass, they got the bosoms, everybody, the hairstyle, the clothing, the gear. Everybody always want to look like us. But are they us? That's why the remnant within the remnant is so important to be in at this time. Because we will protect. The Father will protect. The Father is protecting us. I will venture to say everybody that hears us understands that they're pretty much, that their lives are not going down the drain. Like they're having to make decisions to move forward for success, to gain, to let go of things. That's good. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. You know, when you let go of this world, you gain the world to come. This is a beautiful time, brother.
A very beautiful time. But it's still holding on. Like I said, there's still wish for a golden age. But we'll see how it works out for them. We know it won't.
We will.
But, let's just watch them enjoy. Let's just enjoy watching them on this emotional roller coaster.
Yes, indeed. We watching it now, bro, aren't we?
He's been in for a week, and eggs are $10 a dozen. Yeah, it's
When they hit 20, when them eggs hit 20, you're gonna see these fools out here in droves losing it. Then I'm gonna have to go to the store. I'm hoping that they bring some police presence around here because I can't have these people trying to rob me and junk, when I go to the store. You see what I'm saying? You see how that just changed?
yeah, exactly. I know they struggling right now. What they dealing with?
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, right. Their golden age. That's right. The golden egg, right? Trump gonna lay the golden egg and it's gonna be full of farts, poots and farts, and then they're gonna get the egg, they're gonna open up, they're gonna stink. And everybody gonna be like, but what? Why did this happen? what is going on? What you mean? Why is this going on? No more breakfast tacos. Yeah. We don't need no breakfast. We can make our own breakfast tacos. See, and that's the other thing. You see, like on TikTok, they got this sister who is making English dishes the way that we would make them. This is how you know who we are, okay? So the English got some beans and some mashed potatoes, pork and beans and jank, mashed potatoes, and they put it over some bread, and they like, oh, that's so delicious. That's so delicious, And the sister was like, what in the hell is this? Throws that plate away and starts making, beans, mashed potatoes, and sausage, right? So she makes it all herself. I'm sure she got the pork sausage in there, but I'm just saying you could always do chicken sausage or whatever other meat. But the reality is that she's making the dish that these these English whites make better. So isn't that just the epitome of what we do? Everything we do it better.
Oh,
So
exactly. We are the salt of the earth.
we are the salt of the earth. All
That's what they
praises.
hate us. We add flavor to everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, bro, man. We almost at 10 o'clock. And we just been going, yeah. Oh, chicken lips. He said chicken lips. That's crazy. Why are you eating chicken lips? Why anyway, I digress on that. But that's crazy. We ain't gonna be eating that madness. We'll be eating right. But brother Sly, I'm gonna let you take us out, man.
Okay, once again, all praises to the Most High. Acknowledgement to the Holy Spirit, who is our earthly mother. And acknowledgement to our big brother, Yahweh Shai. And once again, we come together in prayer. We come together in unity. And we come together so we can have these moments so we can build in the spirit. I mean, we are the remnant within the remnant, Most High willing. Be at peace. No Jacob's trouble. No World War III. Salvation is on the horizon. Shalom.
All praise to the Most High.
All praise.
Shalom, Mishpachah. Shalom.
Shalom.